What's going on, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers, by the way. I appreciate you all for tuning in to yet again another Nvidia stock update. We're going to break down the charts, my thoughts, what I'm looking to do, and we're going to go over a price target increase we just got from Citi. We have to go over what Citi is saying about the company, my thoughts on that. But first, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, join the free email stock newsletter, and check out my Patreon if you guys want, that is, for my portfolio updates every single week. I actually just posted an update earlier today. All the links are down below. And with that being said, cheers. Let's dive into it. So as of right now, Nvidia stock is down a little bit, about 0.5%, as every index in the U.S. stock market is down as well. The S&P is down 0.9%. Same with the NASDAQ, so they're down almost 1%. The Dow's down over 1%, actually 1.2% in the red. And the Russell, get ready for this, guys, is down 1.6%. The Russell's down the most out of the bunch, and the VIX is up around 3% as we're 2 days away from this tariff deadline, which we'll cover in a whole nother video, which I think will ultimately get pushed back, but there's uncertainty right now. I'm pretty sure Trump is increasing the heat on Japan, a couple other countries as of today. So that's a whole nother topic for a whole nother video. But that's kind of bringing down the market and Nvidia stock a little bit here. But I don't know if that's going to last long, quite frankly, especially here on Nvidia stock that looks very bullish still on the 4-hour chart. In fact, we just hit all-time highs last week, right? You guys know that. We hit 161, almost $161 a share, and now we're at 158, 159, pretty much just consolidating above these moving averages and above the all-time highs from a couple months ago, right? We hit back in January, whenever that was, the previous all-time high, we hit 153, right? 155, whatever it was. Now we're just simply consolidating above that point. Buyers have been coming in. You guys saw we got a pull down a couple days ago down to 152. We got buyers to come in above that 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. So Nvidia looks great. I mean, bullish as ever, pretty much near all-time highs. And a lot of people, myself included, a lot of firms think it's going a lot higher. Not everybody, but a lot of people do, with Citi being one of them. Let me pull this article up really quickly, guys. By the way, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. I appreciate you all for tuning in. So, look, Citi lifts Nvidia's price target on booming sovereign AI demand, right? Let's talk about this, because sovereign AI is going to be a big play here, guys. Big play, and Nvidia's got their hands all in it, right? So Citi is doubling down on Nvidia, driven by what it sees as a major expansion in demand for AI infrastructure, particularly from sovereign governments. Let's come down here a little bit. I'll make my big old head a bit smaller. There we go. The firm raised their price target on the chip maker to $190 a share, implying a roughly 15% upside from Nvidia's current trading levels. And Citi analysts said they see Nvidia capturing a larger piece of an expanding TAM, total addressable market, for data center infrastructure. The upgrade comes as Nvidia continues its charge toward a $4 trillion market cap, which we saw Dan Ives thinks, they're going to hit that very soon here. Pretty close, right? I think it needs to go up like a couple more percentage points for it to get to $4 trillion, right? And Citi said, we believe sovereign demand is already contributing up to billions of dollars in 2025 and should ramp up further in 2026. Looks like Nvidia is involved in essentially every sovereign deal, according to the note from Citi, making the company central to the global race to build national AI infrastructure. Coming down here more, check this out here, guys. The firm raised its 2028 AI compute TAM, total addressable market, estimate to $563 billion, up 13% from $500 billion, and networking total addressable market to $119 billion, up from $90 billion, expecting sharp sales increases for Nvidia. That's huge, guys. And Citi also noted that at Nvidia's recent generative AI conference, participants discussed a possible benchmark for AI infrastructure, one supercomputer or 10,000 GPUs over 100, or rather per 100,000 employees. Let me say that one more time. One supercomputer or 10,000 GPUs per 100,000 employees, a ratio that could drive massive enterprise and government build-outs. Let me see what else they said about Nvidia. Citi now expects Nvidia's data center revenue to grow 5% in full year 27 and 11% in full year 28, with networking sales projected to surge by 12% and 27%. Respectively, and this represents a 20% attach rate, indicating a rising demand for high-performance systems that link large AI clusters, and gross margins are also forecasted to continue expanding, normalizing in the mid-70% range by year end. Think about that, guys. 70% gross margins. Pretty insane for Nvidia. And, Citi, the crazy thing is they're not the most bullish firm on Wall Street. Let me actually pull this up one more time. I forgot to show you guys this chart. Where the heck's this chart? I was reading it before. Give me a second here, guys. Where the heck's this chart? It showed, oh, here it is. Citi lifts Nvidia's price target, blah, blah, blah. We talked about that, but they're not even close to the high price target on Wall Street. The high, do you guys see it right here? $250 per share. Think about that. We have the average at 173. Citi's a little bit above that at 192, and the low is $100. Do you think Nvidia is going back to $100? I don't think so. Unless we get another big market crash, I don't see it going there. And that is exactly why when it did go there, when it got under there back in April, I was buying like a madman, right? We covered that in April. I was telling you guys all the stocks I was buying, and not to toot my own horn, not to sound like a D-bag, but I'm up big time on all the stocks I bought, all the stocks. Nvidia, SoFi, what else was I loading up on? Google, Amazon. I'm up a ton on all those stocks. And it feels pretty dang good, to be honest. And you guys can probably relate to that, unless you shorted the market, which in that case, you're not looking pretty right about now. But that's pretty much it, guys. That's the breakdown, We're about $2-3 away from all-time highs. We're probably about to hit all-time highs in the next couple of days again. And it's, fundamentally the business just keeps on getting better. You might argue the stock price needs to come down. Maybe it's overvalued. I don't think it is, but there are people that are arguing that. But the thing is with Nvidia, it's one of those companies that the fundamentals, the stock price is not too attached or detached from the fundamentals. I don't think it's crazy overvalued, right? There are a bunch of stocks out there where the stock price is like way up there and the fundamentals are all the way down here. The stock price is detached from reality, but with Nvidia, I don't think it is. I would argue this stock's now fairly valued, and there's more upside. I would make that argument. And I think under 100, it was deeply undervalued. People didn't really fully realize how much of a deal it was there. And I don't think, honestly, we're ever going back to $80-90 again. Unless we get a just catastrophic collapse, I don't think we're getting back there. The best we could probably get to in terms of a dip would maybe be 115 to 120. If we get a bigger correction, maybe it goes there. And I would be buying that dip for sure. But for now, I'm just simply holding on. That's what I'm doing. What are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe for more content. Check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates every week. And if you guys want to be a part of the email stock newsletter, it is 100% free. Check it out. Link down below. All the links are down below. And with that being said, guys, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.